well.
So just for y'all who don't know, we just did this, but we're going to do it again.
Take 2. Second time is the charm. Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all of the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk, and it is the spookiest season of all. And we are talking about. First of all, I'm joined as always by my brother Bill. How you doing?
We're really drunk right now. We've been drinking so much, and we saw Black Adam, so we had to get wasted. We saw it sober, had to get wasted.
We did indeed come back and get pretty drunk. I am Jedi Master Grayson, and we are talking about DC's most recent film, Black Adam. Wow!
But before we go any further, thank you to everybody who's recently subscribed. We really appreciate you. We love you. And, yeah.
Appreciate all you guys.
Appreciate everybody.
And Likewise has been blowing up. Thank you guys for,
shout out
Likewise.
To all the Likewise people. Hopefully you're coming over and subscribing over here. And, if you continue to subscribe, excuse me, I will not get kicked out of my apartment. And that is a beautiful thing, and we can keep filming right here in this beautiful studio.
He has a very weird clause in his written agreement that he has to have a certain amount of subscribers. It's very specific, very technical.
Don't you worry about my finances with my my landlord. Me and my landlord have a really strict agreement. As long as I'm still kind of popular, he'll keep fucking with me. But, so it's looking kind of bleak.
It's looking kind of bleak. If you could just hit that thumbs up button.
Yeah, you need to hit the bell right now to subscribe, the thumbs button, and share it.
But today we are talking about the latest installment from the DC universe. This show has been, this movie has been in development for a very long time.
Can you do that thing where you like add the...
Oh, the little thumb thing?
No, when on the reviews where you're like, and then you just like, today we're gonna talk about, and then it's like the intro. Oh, it's like, boom! Can you do that right here?
Yeah, I guess I could.
So I'm gonna do it right now. So today we're gonna talk about.
Indeed we are.
Yeah! We just did one.
Sorry to future Alex for doing more editing.
Hey, future Alex, look, man. Sorry, man. It was kind of cool. Look at this.
It was kind of cool.
Look at this. It was kind of fucking cool, man.
Yeah, that turned out pretty good. And future Alex, we appreciate you.
You're a cool guy.
Today we were talking about Black Adam. What were your initial thoughts of this new movie? Before we get into initial thoughts, I just wanted to say, in case you guys don't remember, this movie has been in development for a very long time. I think Rock got cast in 2017, and they've been in development of this movie like way before, I think, Shazam.
Well, I think they had to freeze his body in a hyperbaric chamber, and then they had to let the rest of his movies the other 12 movies that he had already filmed, they had to let them come out, and then they had to thaw him out. That takes another year. Movie magic, people. Movie magic. Sent all the way from North Hollywood. He just sent me this joint. This clove cigarette. You gotta be careful with these cloves.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with those cloves.
But yeah, quick thoughts. Movie sucked. No more children in videos. No more children in movies that don't need children in movies. And this movie could have been way shorter. Somebody needs to hire us to edit, or at least be in an editing room. You know what I'm saying? Not edit. No, I don't want to do the work. Just let me just sit there and be like, look, this could be a little shorter. Yeah. If you hear any snoring, it's because our producer Marcus is over here. He might be snoring sometimes.
Yeah,
but that's just when the jokes don't land as well.
Yeah, it'll be like crickets, except for snores. Yeah, it's this movie was very disappointing. You can see a lot of potentiality in there. as far as like the story goes. Like, because I did like the inclusion of the JSA. I liked Aldous Hodge and Pierce Brosnan as Hawkman and Dr. Fate. But yeah, like the story just really fell flat, and then that just made everything else fall down with it. Again, like,
don't give all the tea in 5 seconds. Jesus Christ. Let's talk about what we're talking about. This is quick thoughts, man. You told the whole goddamn video in 5 seconds, man. Look, goddamn, we got to do this whole. We got 25 minutes left. Like, come on, man.
I mean, I have plenty to talk. I have plenty to talk about.
I'm just saying. It's quick thoughts. It's quick thoughts, man. This is good. No. No. I like that. I like it. Let's go ahead and get in the nitty gritty, man. Let's get to the nitty gritty because we are congruent for the first time in a long time on something. So let's talk about it.
In the beginning of the story of this film, let's see what happens. Fake country of Kahndaq. Or Kartz.
You did it better the first take. Just so behind the scenes. You did that better in rehearsal.
But yeah, fake country of Kartz is occupied by a vague organization that is trying to find an evil crown that is apparently possessed by demons.
The crown of...
Who gives a fuck? Who really gives a shit?
Sadak? I think it's Sadak.
Yes, I think it's Sauron. Yes,
Sadak.
Yeah.
But for the purpose of this funny joke, it's Sauron.
Yeah, but yeah, I think you're right. It is Sadak. But
fuck that.
It look like a little.
No, why are you gonna ruin my
joke? But yeah, then Black Adam is awakened by a woman, basically a little archaeologist. Professor person, a Kandakian Indiana Jones, one might say,
or Kevorkian Indiana Jones. I don't. You said a weird word. I just figured I'd say a weird word.
But now Black Adam has to save the country, but in his own way instead.
Well, the only way he knows how. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know. Maybe you're not. I don't think you're supposed to say Jesus Christ on YouTube either. I think you're only supposed to say Jesus Christ a certain amount of times unless you're like doing a. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I've been reading up all these rules. It's hard.
I don't know. I think we say a lot of things.
I think we're never going to be monetized, so it's even more imperative that y'all like and subscribe. Like we really need the analytics.
Yeah. The story for this one was really, really convoluted. I felt like it was unnecessarily complicated with the story with the people who are occupying the fake country, because I don't really feel like I ever understood who they were. Because at first I thought they were just like some other organization, like these are this Black Ops bad guys who were trying to also steal the crown. But yeah, I guess that they were just they were occupying the country, like the whole country.
So let me tell you, I feel like I understood the whole movie.
Okay,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't nothing that was confusing or I felt was not necessarily dumb. It was just unnecessary, or almost as if we were watching a 3-episode miniseries instead of watching an actual movie of feature film. So, for instance, it should have been a lot shorter. The movie could have ended right when fucking Black Adam goes to prison. Okay, boom. Right. That could have ended for me. I'm good. I'm actually good at that point. I'm like,
yeah, I did. That was actually kind of
captivating. They can be done. We can be sliding out on this, and they can be like, look, I know that was only an hour and 45 minutes, but whatever, man. Look, y'all good now. We got another movie coming. I'm tired of watching
this movie, so let's.
Yeah, we got another movie coming. It's gonna be the Shazam 3. Where they meet up. Excuse me.
I did one thing that no, I'll let you finish your point.
No, go ahead.
No, I just like before we get into the things that we really didn't like about the movie.
Go ahead. Let's talk about the things that we did like.
Yeah, there were a few things that I did like. I did You're like right. I thought the CGI was surprisingly good. Like some.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like the costuming was really cool. Like I liked how Hawkman looked a lot. Aldrich Hodge, I've been a fan of his since I saw him in Invisible Man. I was like, oh, this dude's really good.
That was a terrible movie, and he's been in other things that were way better. I'm pretty sure, wasn't he in Heroes? No,
maybe. I can't.
Way better things that he's been in. Terrible.
Way better things. But I'm not sure what
he's been in. I'm just saying he was a character actor for a very long time. So give me a break.
All right.
I'm just saying he just now started getting these bigger roles. So,
right. But yeah.
But also he was good in Miami, even though that wasn't a good. What was it? The Last Night in Miami or a Long Night in Miami? I don't know.
Oh no. Yeah, I didn't see that one. But yeah, the film.
He played Jim Brown. He did a good job.
Oh, okay.
Did a great job. So yeah, big fan. Also, you know what? Starting this new thing. Fan of the show. I'm not saying that we're big. I'm not saying that we're big fans of anybody else. We don't say that here on this podcast. We're not fans of anybody. We're objective. We're objective critics of television and movies. Please respect us, like and subscribe. So we're gonna say from now, big fan of the show. I mean, friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show. They're friends of the show.
What did you think of the JSAs, the inclusion of the characters and also the actors playing them? Speaking of Aldrich Hodge,
I liked all the characters. All the actors in this movie did an amazing job, but I do not think that they had good writing. As I stated off pod or in rehearsal, that every character don't need a backstory.
Yeah,
I don't need to hear why large man it gets large. I don't need to hear why wind tunnel girl gets windy.
Yeah, we don't need to know that the dude's uncle is Henry Winkler.
I don't need to know that I don't need to know that Wind Girl got abducted by a fucking pedophile at 15 years old and had things injected into her body.
Yeah.
That's all very strange to say in a child's television show and or movie.
Yeah, one of the things
Speaking of good things that I liked, I did like the cameo of what's her name, blonde lady from Peacemaker.
Oh,
and from Suicide Squad.
Yeah. James Gunn's wife. They just recently got married.
She is a baddie. We're gonna go Hollywood baddies. You know how Prim does the Black All Stars.
Yeah,
that's a Hollywood baddie. Hollywood baddie. Is that sexist?
Yeah.
Leave a comment. leave us a comment. Let me know.
Yeah, I did
need to know.
It was interesting seeing her show up for a second.
We were just before we seep back into because I seeped us back into the things that we don't like, even though we're supposed to be talking about things that we do like. I was like, wait a minute, let me say something that I liked about it. I like that cameo with the fine ass blonde girl that's 4'11".
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, it's funny because I was thinking a lot about Deadpool and Deadpool 2 and watching this because they did a really good job of including the X-Men in those movies and these side characters that we haven't necessarily seen before, like Negasonic Teenage Warhead or I forgot even who Terry Crews's character is in that movie, but they just introduce him. You don't need a big backstory dump or anything like that.
That's why you watch this show. That's why you watch heavy spoilers. That's why you watch Emergency Awesome. That's why you watch Variant comics. That's the other one I want on my list. Sorry. But yeah, that's why we talk about these people. You know what I'm saying? Those guys will give you the information. That's why you read the fucking comics. Read a fucking book, you fucking nerds. If you want to know all that stuff, we don't need to have it explained to us. What's it called, Alex?
Exposition.
That's what I'm talking about. I like you to say it. I know the word, but I like it when you say it because you always go. You always have this slight lack of confidence that you know what I'm thinking, but you know what I'm saying,
right?
Every single time.
Yeah. Yes. It's weird because with even going back to in executive decision, you don't need to have know all the facts. backstory of every single character.
This nigga just went back to goddamn a Steven Seagal movie.
I'm just talking about like movies that we don't necessarily need.
I just love it. I'm just giving appreciation for it. People should be appreciative.
Well, a lot of people like to.
Executive decision.
Let's say Kurt Russell movie because fuck Steven Seagal. But
I agree. I concur.
But like even in stories that don't have like deep IP, because some people like to say like where we're talking about comic books or House of the Dragon, it's like, oh, you know, if you go into the lore, it explains more of this and this and this, and that's what will make this and this and this in the show or movie make more sense. It's like beyond that, everything still does have to be on screen for the people who are watching it. Like you shouldn't have to have homework for the movie that you're watching, and like. And there are certain movies like that just like that you get and shows that you get higher enjoyment from reading the source material, but every movie and show should stand alone.
If you're going to do Big Man and Wind Girl, give me their backstory in their movie, in their TV show.
Yeah, sure.
You know, but I don't need to hear it in this one.
Or maybe it doesn't have to be rich enough for us to hear it. Like Negasonic Teenage Warhead. We didn't figure out how she came to be in the X-Men. I'm talking about in Deadpool. Like,
oh, okay, wait a minute. Hold on.
Like I was just
but
mentioning
I don't
before.
even think that they say that in Deadpool, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't know who Negasonic Teenage Warhead's like backstory is, and that doesn't make the movie worse.
You would have if they'd have said that ever in the movie. If they'd have said Negasonic Teenage.
They made a whole joke about her name. Yeah,
I don't remember that, but that is a very terrible name. We should never say that again on this podcast. That name is banned on this podcast.
Okay, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, what happens next to this movie? Like,
who knows what happened? This is a terrible movie.
Yeah,
I'm just joking. I'm joking. Let's just start with we at the beginning we have the classic. Oh, we're doing an Indiana Jones type excavation hunt for the crown of Sauron, and we're gonna get it, and we're gonna hide it. That's their fucking grand old plan.
Yeah,
we're
find
gonna,
the things
we're
so
gonna
you can hide it.
We're gonna find the agent of chaos, and we're going to hide it somewhere else, as if someone who was alive 5,000 years ago didn't even think about that. They just didn't even think maybe it should be hidden somewhere safe, hidden.
Maybe.
Bitch, you out here trying to find it. You contributed to the problem.
Right.
But we got the classic little crew with the one guy who's so curious about everything. He's clearly the bad guy. Nope. He gets killed by the bad guy. I saw that shit coming a mile away. I was like, man, the nigga who's sleeping, he the bad guy.
Right.
Look at that. He the bad guy. Ain't this a bitch?
Yes.
I already figured out what's going on. I was like, that ain't bad. That don't mean that this movie gonna be bad. You know, this is the beginning of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Things could change. I could be duped at some point in this movie.
Be bamboozled.
And I don't mind that I'm not bamboozled during the movie, because that still means it's a good movie. We have a very specific rating here at Drunk Banthas. It's bad movie, good movie. I liked it.
There are movies that are simple that are still good. You know, it doesn't have to be the most convoluted thing in the world.
Right.
But yeah, like this.
You don't have to explain the rating to the people. You don't have to.
No, I'm just.
No,
like,
I'm joking. That was just joking.
This movie's just she gets double crossed, the Lady Indiana Jones, and she just to save herself, she basically resurrects Black Adam, who is basically a Shazam.
He's a dickhead Shazam.
Yeah,
he's Shazam, but he's an adult. And it kind of shows why they only pick children. I thought they were pedophiles, but now I realize they pick children because children are pure of heart, and lack vengeance in their mind and in their heart.
Yeah, so it's an interesting theme that they could have leaned on a little bit more in this.
Considering that this is 20 minutes on that instead of spending 20 minutes on like stupid shit.
Yeah, because I actually like that you even pointed that out, because he is kind of the first adult Shazam we're introduced to in this universe. So it
Call
would
me,
have been
hey,
more.
Dwayne, Mr. Johnson, right here. Yeah, anytime you need me.
But yeah,
Drunk Banthas channel. So like and subscribe.
but yeah, it would have been interesting, a little bit more interesting to dive into that more. And I think that brings us to one of my other bigger problems of the movie. Black Adam's character is very bland. I don't feel like there's anything interesting.
I kind of liked
him.
that part because it was more. We talked about this off pod and not in rehearsal,
Right.
About it being more like the Terminator, and I really felt that, and I liked that. It was all homage being paid to the Terminator, which is cool, dope, but big butt. They kind of ran away from it for like 25, 35 minutes, and then maybe even 45 minutes. I don't even know. But and then they came back to it at the very end of the movie. Like, no, like, let's keep it going that way. And if we're not going to have that, let's just get rid of this kid anyway. Because that's why that kid lost his functionality.
Right. Yeah.
He no longer functioned in the movie because he could not be the guy who was guiding the Terminator.
Right.
And the Terminator was, that's what the Terminator was. He was bad, and then he was good. He was good underneath the guidance of the child.
Right.
So I like that part, but then when the kid's no longer involved, we got to get rid of the fucking kid. That's just how it should have worked.
Right.
And we already basically talked about that, but these are the things that we liked about the movie, because sprinkled in with the bad, because we really didn't hate the movie.
Yeah, it's definitely not the worst DC movie I've seen.
Which is really sad to say, because it should be the worst DC movie.
Right? As bad as it is, it shouldn't be the worst one. It should be the worst
This is almost Boomerang, nigga. Like, this is almost really bad.
But yeah, like, intellectually, I get all those things that you were saying about, like, the Terminator 2-esque relationship between
thanks, man. Intellectually
between Black Adam and the kid. But I felt like it was executed so terribly, and even like with his mom being like the strong, like sort of Sarah Connor type character.
She went from strong to weird or almost unneeded towards the end, because
the stakes are so
high
at that point,
bro, like look, like I said this in rehearsal, 3 skateboard chases in one movie? No, dog.
There's a lot of skateboard scenes.
One skateboard chase per movie, dog.
Yeah.
Like, we can't do that.
Tony Hawk presents fucking Black Adam.
Yeah, bro. Like, look, let's just have a fucking skateboard comic book hero who skateboards, and that's his motherfucking. He's a motherfucking skateboarder, and that's his superpower. He just skate. Like, get the fuck out of here, dog. That was really bad.
Everything about the kid was really terribly written.
Not the beginning. The first act with the kid, we're good. I'm saying first act.
Sure. I did like consider. I like his helping out with like the team and everything like that. But yeah, the way his interaction was with The Rock was very stilted, and like again, like since they were making 2 different movies, it felt like they didn't focus on that conservatively, they're definitely making more than one movie.
No, they made 2 different movies and 1 short film. I will give you that.
Right.
I will give you that. No, I will give you what you just said. You were right. I will concede to that.
But yeah, like they didn't really focus on that relationship enough for like those different quote unquote payoff scenes later to really resonate. Like when he says the catchphrase, "Tell him the man in black sent you." I was like, that piece of shit kid that I hate said that. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, no, because they should have had him say it earlier, like pay it off earlier,
right,
and then pay off something else later. You know what I'm saying? Like, have him say that where the kid even hears him say it. Maybe.
Yeah.
But don't bring that up later where we done forgot about it because you done had 2 different endings before this ending.
Yeah. It was very convolutedly put together.
Shout out to Mario though. Look out for that Mario one because we're gonna go see that in 4DX.
Yeah, Mario looks pretty good.
You guys better look out for that.
Yeah, it's funny because I was thinking like the trailers were one of my things I like the most. It's like, oh, Dungeons and Dragons looks good.
Whitney Houston movie. Oh, I didn't know it was gonna be no Whitney Houston movie. I didn't even know they were doing that. I'm embarrassed.
Dungeons and Dragons, Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez.
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed.
But
sorry,
it felt like they were trying to make the Terminator 2 movie. They were also trying to make a Black Panther movie because they wanted to have a superhero with his own country. And then they
Brown Panther movie. Brown Panther.
And they also wanted to have like their own like sort of Avengers movie.
Never even said the word Black Adam though.
Oh, they did in the mid credits. Amanda Waller said, Black Adam.
Yeah, but mid.
She had to say it all bitchy.
She the blackest person in the movie. She got to get mad because he Black Adam. Come on, man. What's up with that? What's up, Amanda?
Which, by the way, I could have done without Amanda Waller.
Be racist, Alex.
I could have done without Amanda Waller in this movie.
Go ahead. Be racist, Alex. Look, Alex hates black people. He hates white people and he hates Mexicans.
Black ass Wesley Snipes.
He hates Mexicans and he hates I don't know any other races. Asians. Sorry.
Yeah, I could have done without Amanda Waller in this whole movie. I don't know why she's commanding the Justice Society. They should just be helping because they're superheroes. And then in the mid-credit scene, like it would have resonated way more if it was just like a conversation between Black Adam and we'll say who later.
I think I have an answer for you why it was that way.
Why?
Like why the Justice Society had to be with the government and with Amanda Waller and all that stuff, and why Amanda Waller had to be involved and all that stuff.
Okay.
It's because DC fucking sucks, dog. That's why. Because they until a couple of days ago before this fucking movie came out, which kind of tells you it's kind of a sign of what's going on.
Right. Yeah.
Like they knew this movie was gonna suck. And they were like, you guys to go, bro.
You gonna have to get up out.
And by the way, people, no one quits a job that you make over $100 million a year. No one resigns from that type of job. Well, you get fired from that type. I'm just saying. Right. Just so you guys know, when we say resign, that doesn't mean he got fired. That means they were told, we can fire you and you ain't gonna make the rest of this money because you was garbage. You was terrible at your job. Or you can resign and you can make the rest of your money. We give you your severance package.
Yeah, it was. It's strange how like that all turned out because like even like reports say that the test screenings for Black Adam and the new Shazam movie the scores were very similar to the Batgirl movie that got like completely deleted from Warner Brothers memory. So I can't imagine that this.
No, yeah, they were all going to be bad.
Right. Yeah.
No, the Batgirl just never got a chance to be bad.
Right. Yeah.
She was black because she was a black woman.
Yeah. It's like, I think that's a little bit too much.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be bad.
Shout out to Batgirl.
Shout out to Batgirl.
R.I.P. Batgirl movie.
Oh my God. R.I.P. the Batgirl movie. We never even did that. We gotta have a funeral. They had a funeral for the N-word. We should have a funeral. We should have a funeral for the Batgirl movie for sure.
On the headstone, it's gonna say 2022-2022.
Yeah, May of 2022 to August of 2022.
But yeah, like
it got pushed back. That's a joke because it got pushed back.
But yeah, like at the end of the movie, let's talk about the end of the movie for a second because that's another thing where the movie fails.
Which one?
We get
the third inning or the first one.
Black Adam
or the second one
decides he's going to. For whatever reason, I guess he's feeling guilt from being responsible for his son dying. Mm-hmm. Way back when.
Oh yeah, the second ending.
He succumbs to his powers, and then that's when the devil. He's the devil. When the devil is awakened, that's when Dr. Fate is
the third
like
ending starts. Right. So you're talking about the end of the second ending going into the third ending. I got you.
Exactly. Dr. Fate alludes that, you know, he has to, the only way that this can end well is for him to sacrifice himself.
I believe he said, I had a Doctor Strange premonition. I think he said that, and then he's like, I've seen all of the ways that this can happen. It's only two.
Yeah.
There's only two ways.
So I watched Infinity War on the plane.
Yeah, I watched Infinity War on the plane. Let me tell you something. You got to get better movies. But I found two.
I watched Infinity War on the plane, and this script isn't good enough.
Doctor Strange found 200 million. I found two. These are the ways we're going to be able to motherfucking get out of this.
Either you die or I die. And I decide I'm going to die.
But you pointed out very wisely that his choice was very stupid and he could have done better. And so what do you think? What do you think that he could have done better instead of, I'm just saying, what would have been your plan going into keep Black Adam? I mean, not Black Adam, but Hell God, Sauron. Right. Sauron. What would you have done to keep Sauron from, taking over the world?
Yeah, like for those of y'all had seen the ending, Dr. Fate says he has to sacrifice himself for basically everything to turn out well. And right before he dies, he releases Black Adam, and then the rest of his friends show up, and basically Black Adam and the JSA defeat the devil. My point is, why couldn't you just release Black Adam before you go into the fight, and then all of you guys fight him, and then no one has to die?
You've clearly had this thought before you've gotten inside of the temple.
Yeah, like you've been thinking about that since the beginning of the movie, it looks like.
It seems like, I mean, you touched the helmet, you saw this premonition. It seems like you're kind of wanted to die.
Yeah.
Sounds like you got a little selfish. You saw, what was the best way for me to be able to commit suicide on this mission and also be able to help this mission be successful? There's only two ways. There's only two ways. Like, that's very ways. Sound like you asking for some very specific shit when you was asking for your wish, sir.
Yeah.
There's only two ways that this could happen in the universe.
Like, fucked up. I did like one line from that whole moment where Dr. Fate says that he can't see the future, and that is beautiful to him. I did like that, and maybe it's just because Pierce Brosnan.
You mean you like? I was about to say, you mean like you like Pierce Brosnan? He's a fucking gorgeous man, and you like how he looks, and he's a motherfucking amazing actor.
Yes, he delivered. That.
I'm just saying, goddamn. If you let Pierce Brosnan talk for longer than 2 minutes, we're gonna all be like this. That was an amazing scene.
No, there's some lines he said in there that was just like
I said longer than 2 minutes. I said longer.
There was some really long scenes he had there. I was like, that was bad.
Not
but
long
I just
ones.
that was one line in the whole movie.
That was his longest lines in the whole movie where nobody interrupted. He wasn't interacting with nobody. He was just he was giving his monologue. I'm saying he was giving his good. If you give him one of them moments, he gonna crush it. But like Dr. Crusher. Star Trek fans. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got y'all.
What did you think of the mid-credit scene? We do get Amanda Waller.
It was terrible.
It was terrible. You didn't like it at all.
Was there another credit scene? Just put it in the comments.
Yeah, if you guys put it in the comments, we left after the Superman scene.
Yeah, I had to pee. No, I didn't have to pee. I left.
But yeah, spoilers, Superman is in this movie. I did not think that he was actually going to show up.
That was a very quick spoiler. For anybody who really was waiting on a spoiler, like, sorry. We was sorry if you were waiting on a spoiler alert. Like, that was it.
I mean, there's spoiler alerts all over this thing.
They're like, yeah, no, sorry. I was about to say something very inappropriate. Just continue.
But yeah, what did you think of the Superman cameo at the end?
It was good. It was because what it does is in the rumors that James Caviezel, Jimmy.
Oh, is that the rumor?
It ends the rumors that he's not gonna be Superman.
Oh, Henry Cavill.
Oh, Yeah.
but yeah.
Man, look, this was a full thing of tequila and orange juice earlier, so look, I'm sorry.
I was like, is that the rumor Jesus is about to be Superman?
Yeah, didn't he play one Superman one time? No, I'm joking. I know he did not. I did not. But listen, yeah, Henry Cavill has had rumors that he's not going to be Superman any longer because they didn't renew his contract and they hadn't greenlit him a movie since 2012, 13.
It's been 16.
16?
16 was when BVS came out.
No, his movie, a Superman movie.
Well, that one came out in what?
2012, 2013?
2015, I think. 2015 or 2014.
Yeah, so that's a long time to not have a contract. So it ends that rumor that he will no longer be there because The Witcher happened, and people were like, "Oh, well, that's what he's going to do."
People like The Witcher, and
there were those complications with Mission Impossible, so people were like, "Man, it's no longer going to be It's not going to be him anymore." Penny was worried. Look at Penny; she was worried.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him back in the Superman costume. It weirdly was like my happiest moment in the whole movie. I was like, "Oh shit, Henry is still Superman."
That kind of speaks to how bad this movie was. If you haven't seen it yet,
yeah.
Sorry. Also, don't watch. I guess it's late for that. I was gonna say, don't watch this video if you haven't seen it yet. But this is the end of the video, so this is really late.
I mean, I put spoiler warnings all over every video. Like if you haven't seen it,
you act like you're a tagger. Oh, I'll just put spoiler warnings everywhere. Like you act like it's all over there. Like there's some real.
There's a big caution sign, and this says spoilers in the description. Like if you're not.
I wonder if we can do caution emojis in the title.
There's in the title. I feel like it's too much in the title. That's like, come on.
Don't you tell me what's too much.
Don't you tell me what's too much. Your magic is weak.
Hey, look at that.
That was my second favorite line in the movie.
That's what you know what? Hey, that's that Terminator shit. That's what I'm saying. Like they should have kept with that. It's like we had 3 different directors in this movie.
Who wrote the Terminator? Y'all should have wrote this.
It's James Cameron, right?
I think he was the correct. I feel like somebody else wrote the screenplay.
Anyway, who gives a fuck? Let me just say. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you like this. Let me ask you this: what is your official rating for this movie? Because there maybe have to be a drunk review on this one where we do a terrible review for this motherfucker. But what is your?
I would say I didn't like it.
Man.
Or I felt nothing. Every once in a while I'll put I felt nothing as a review.
Felt nothing.
This one I'll say I didn't like it.
Would you say good movie, bad movie?
Or I say I didn't hate it. I'll say I didn't hate it.
Or because this is the scale.
Yeah.
I hated it. Good movie. I liked it.
Right. What was your rating?
Good movie.
Good movie.
Now, it's a bad movie. Per our official Drunk Banthas review.
Right.
It's a bad movie. Which is I didn't like. But for the rating purposes of this segment, it was a good movie in the sense that if it's on Thanksgiving Day, it's on TNT, and it's me and Grandma and Uncle Steve and Cousin Warnock. Right. I just made that last one. Who is Cousin Warnock? I don't know. We don't know him for real. He's not actually related. We just and keep inviting him. But he's conservative, so we just gonna watch something, just to keep something on. Boom.
Right.
Bam. We put on Black Adam. It's on.
Right. But guys, we try to do this every once in a while, so go ahead and leave a like and subscribe so you can get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, likewise, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the internet things at The Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little Kardocs. May the force be with you. Kardakians.